go like a rah rah rah. They don't want the two be going nah nah nah. I'm coming back with the money in the bag. The rubies in my lap, yeah, I'm running for the cash. I come and go like a rah rah rah. Putting in the work like I'm way behind. Still trapping on the low, lurking in the mode like I'm running from the bobo. Hiding in the dark, but we can see it through the lens that is captured us. So don't let it go. Get up to see me fall. We are standing into time zones all at once. Can't take hold. Our minds are far apart, but we don't need to talk. SILENT, we don't need our words to speak. SILENT, let your body set you free. SILENT, follow me, I'll take the lead. Let go of your thoughts. My mind is muted, but I feel my body talk. So don't let go. Stand by the water's edge. I'll touch the surface and I'll feel you and we connect. So don't say no. Our minds are far apart, but we don't need to talk. SILENT, we don't need our words to speak. SILENT, let your body set you free. SILENT, follow me, I'll take the lead. We don't need our words to speak.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Old Bear, also known as Siddharth Prashanth, and we are going to be getting into a game of PUBG for the ISRL tournament. And if you guys don't know what ISRL is, this is basically a esport tournament, focused on the school going children right here, and this is actually going to be helping them get into college right now. And the way this works is people who are going to be getting higher placements in this tournament are going to be getting assured seats in the SRM University, and people who are going to be winning this tournament are going to be getting surefire scholarships. So, this is quite a new thing which has been coming up in the esports scene right now. We have seen a lot of esports leagues which have been focused on college children getting jobs, but no, we are going to be going directly into the roots, because the next generation of esports star are going to be probably be studying in school right now, and we are just trying to nurture them to get into the scene. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to be seeing round number 2, match number 3. And things have been looking pretty good so far. Round number 2, match number 1 and 2, they have been going pretty well. And we did see all of those winners. And what we also saw was the winners for the giveaway. And talking about the giveaway, throughout all of our live streams, we're going to be giving away two 600 UC cash for two lucky winners. So if you want to know how to participate into that, go ahead and check out the description down below, so you know what to do, the rules and regulations that you need to follow to get yourself a winning chance of getting that 600 UC cash. And with that being said, in a short while, I guess we will be getting into round number 2, match number 3. But in the meanwhile, what you guys can do is go ahead and check out Playtonia on our social media pages, especially Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. While you're there, also give us a like on Facebook, subscribe to us on your YouTube channel, and also follow us on Instagram, because we are going to be doing a lot of things, and you do not want to miss out on a lot of those. So just go ahead and participate with us. Just leave a comment down below, just interact with all of the viewers who are going to be looking at this, as we are going to be getting into round number 2, match number 3. And by the way, this is still a best of 3 series, so we are going to be looking at all of our beautiful players. They're going to be getting into the map of Sandhog, and they are going to be playing 3 matches consecutively to see who is going to be getting on top of that. And we are going to be calculating this based on a point system, so each kill results in 5 points, plus the points which you are going to be getting as you place higher onto the leaderboard. And especially, the guy who gets the chicken dinner will be getting a whooping 100 points. So things are going to be looking a little bit interesting. But since this is a best of 3 series, you can strategize this pretty well, and probably play it in such a way that you have the advantage over at game number 3. Maybe try to play game number 1 a little bit more passive, get that huge lead going for you. Even if you don't get a lot of kills, I'm pretty sure that if you do get a better placement later on into the game, you're going to be pretty much sorted out, and those points do count a lot more. And talking about the map Sandhog right now, we see the flight path coming in. It's going to be starting over at the northern side, and it's going to be ending over at Bantai. So not really a surprising flight path, not a lot of deviations which can happen in a game of PUBG, especially Sandhog, because the map is so small that you can probably land anywhere around it if you just knew how to parachute in, and probably what the people are going to be going forward to. And there are a lot of hotspots in the map, and boot camp seems to be one of the favorites. We did see yesterday a lot of people were just going towards boot camp, just camping over there, trying to get a bunch of guns and camping until the circle actually forced them out. So maybe we might see something like that happen around again. But we are going to be looking at Gabba right here, player number 2, who is going to be getting into this city right here, and is probably going to be looting it all to himself. Does not look like a lot of people have landed in Hatin, and it looks like boot camp seems to be occupied by more than 3 people. While we do see over at the southern part of the island, a lot of people have gathered over there. And the good thing about playing Sandhog is the fact that you don't really have to search really hard to get guns. You are going to be getting a lot of them throughout the map. Even the small settlements around have a lot of guns which you can use, especially a QBZ, which is pretty common around Sandhog, and is also one of the best guns that you can get, which is, by the way, an assault rifle. So you are pretty much going to be sorted out if you get into Sandhog. But there are also factors about luck and such, where maybe you did not spot a person walking behind you or something like that. Maybe you didn't hear it properly, and things like that can happen. But that is certainly not going to happen. That is certainly not going to be sought out after in this game, because a lot of these players, I'm pretty sure they are pretty experienced at this, and they're probably going to be not allowing a lot of room for mistake. as we are going to be looking at Sanmi right now, as we see Avi and 14K. They are looking to be at close quarters, and we are going to be switching on to Clutchy Beast, and it looks like he's also going to be in close quarters of one more player. I believe that is player number 12, and that is going to be Sekhan. And I guess they might be fighting anytime soon, but it looks like Beast is not really aware of where exactly his position might be. But it looks like he might run into them anytime soon. So we're going to be keeping an eye on that and looking back into Painan, Beast, Second, and I guess there is still one more player over at Painan. So we have to, keep that into account also. Well, over at the distance, we do see one player right there, SH Nath 2, and it looks like he's not going to be getting into Painan anytime soon. He's just going to be looting all of those outer areas. But it looks like Beast has got a whiff of one more player who's going to be there in Painan. So he's just keeping an eye over onto the other side of the river. And coming back into Sami, we do see Avi. He is just going to be looting over. While we did see the first death of the game. So that is going to be 22 people alive in this game. So things are looking to get a little heated up right now. We do see Evil 14K. He's actually moved out of Sami, and it looks like he's not really going to be wasting any time. He's just making his move towards the zone, maybe just making sure that he has a positional advantage. And Skidrow, who by the way got that first kill of the game, he looks to be pretty sorted out, except the fact that he does not have a level 2 helmet. The level 1 bucket helmet, I would not recommend that to anyone. And we are going to be looking at the first zone right now, and it is going to be clipping the western side of the island and also a little bit of the southern side, but it is still going to be concentrated around the center of the map. And we do see one more player is also going to go down, and we are going to be looking into one of these camps right here, and it looks like three people are going to be in a close vicinity. And it looks like Sai has actually figured out that one player was going to be moving in, so he needs to be careful. That is going to be Abhay Rajput. I believe Sai actually spotted him out moving towards the compound from towards his left. But there is also going to be one more player they need to be worried about. That is going to be Sajal Shrivas, player number 23, who's also a little bit deeper inside of this camp. So they also need to keep that in mind. And let's actually see where he's looking. He's not really looking at the right direction. He's just going to be keeping an eye, just guarding one window, making sure that he does not get surprised. But no, he is going to be vaulting out of that. He is going to be making a beeline onto the next building, trying to get as much loot as possible. But it looks like Sai has spotted him out. Meanwhile, we do see one more player going down elsewhere onto the map. And it looks like Sai might just go for the kill onto Shrivas right here, because Shrivas is not aware of his position, Sai's position. But no, Sai actually, missed his movement by a hair's breadth. I believe Sai is going to try to go for the chase onto Shrivas right there. But it looks like Shrivas has already changed positions. And we do see Sai making a little bit of noise, opening the door. I'm pretty sure that Shrivas knows exactly what's going to be happening. He knows that he's going to get hunted, but he also needs to be careful. Meanwhile, we do see the first drop of the game. It is going to have a Groza and all the level 3 gear, also an 8x scope to boot. So that is probably going to be claimed by any one of the players. And look at that, it is going to be on the southern side of boot camp. And since, that is a hot spot for people to actually be crossing on, it is quite close to Painan. I'm sure that it is going to be claimed by someone at least. So we are going to be looking back into Painan. We see people, they're not really taking an engagement right now, but it looks like they just might anytime soon if the zone is going to be forcing them outside. But it looks like Sai is going to be making a lot of noise, and he needs to be careful because right in front of him is going to be one more player who is actually gone prone. And since he is prone, it is going to be quite difficult for him to spot him out. And if Sai is going to be moving this recklessly, it is going to spell his death. Especially because Sai does not really have any armor or helmet to work with, and Abhay Rajput is going to be keeping an eye over at this camp right here, making sure that nobody really gets to move out of this place without getting any punishment. And it looks like Sajal Shrivas, with that MK47 mutant is going to be able to spot outside, and it looks like he has. So he is going to be setting his crosshairs onto Sai right there. Sai does not really have a lot of utility to work with, not a piece of armor, so he needs to be careful about that. Meanwhile, getting back into Painan, we see Beast and one more player over at Painan. They're trying to look for a fight, and it looks like one more player falls in the other side of the map. And it looks like we are going to be looking at Beast getting the kill. He has spotted out the guy behind. That is going to be Sekhan, who's going to be hiding behind the tree. And Beast is trying to look for the kill, and he will be able to. He just clips his leg behind the tree, and that is going to be an easy kill for Beast right now. And it looks like Sai has actually gotten the kill. He actually had the upper hand, maybe. He got that kill on the guy who was having that MK47 mutant. So he is going to be going for that loot right now. And he needs to be careful though, Sai, because there is going to be Abhay Rajput. And it feels like he does have a good vantage point over where he is. He just needs to have the trigger patience, make sure that he does not reveal his position or something. And it looks like Abhay Rajput is going to be making a move. Maybe if he gets on top of one of these buildings, he might be able to get a better view over where Sai is going to be. But it does not look like Abhay Rajput is deciding to do that. So it is a little bit confusing right there. Maybe, you know, getting onto the high ground is going to give him that better advantage, giving him that little bit of a better place. But on the other side of the map, we did see one more player going down. So this is going to be quite hard to deal with. 16 people alive. I believe the first zone this is going to be the second zone right now, and things are looking to get a little bit heated up. Sai, though, since he did manage to get that kill onto the guy with the MK47 mutant, he is going to be able to claim that helmet and armor, and he's probably going to be able to make it work. But I would probably go for a level 2 helmet, and I would probably make that my first priority, trying to get that helmet. But it looks like Sai is going to be playing it a little bit more passive, since he knows that the zone is going to be in his favor. He's just going to be waiting and biding his time over at this camp right now. Meanwhile, over on the other side of the map, we do see two people in close vicinity. That is going to be Leon 0001 and Akil over on the other side of the river. And it looks like any one of these players might be getting into a little bit of a dogfight. Leon is going to be forced to get onto the water, trying to get a little bit deeper into the zone, while the second airdrop is going to be there, and that is going to be having an MK14. And we do see a little bit of fire coming over there, and I hope that you know, those players are going to be in a good position. It looks like Gabbar is going to be making a beeline. He did get that kill right now, so it is looking pretty good, and he is going to be able to upgrade his gear, maybe, you know, refill his ammunition. What he does lack is an adrenaline syringe and a medkit. Probably picking up that grenade or two, maybe it is going to work out in his favor. While getting back into Camp Bravo, it looks like a Leo's World. Yeah, Leo's World is going to be keeping an eye onto Abhay Rajput and Sai, and it looks like both of these players are not really aware of the sniper who's going to be watching over at Camp Bravo. And Leo's World does have a better position. He has that high ground, and it looks like there might just be a fight over at Camp Bravo. I did believe Sai and Abhay Rajput might be getting into a fight anytime soon. They are pretty close right there. It feels like Abhay Rajput is just avoiding Sai's Sai's crosshairs by a hair's breadth, while Leo's World is going to be sniping over at Camp Bravo from the other side on top of the hill. And look at how Sai is playing. He's just vaulting in and out of buildings, just making sure that he has a better vantage point wherever he goes. And getting back into the lonely sniper who was keeping his eye on the Camp Bravo, he is going to be moving out. Meanwhile, we do see Sai. He is going to be in a good position, and it looks like Abhay Rajput is going to be getting a little bit I don't know. He is getting a little bit restless. He is running around and making a lot of noise, and probably Sai has a good idea of where exactly he might be. So Abhay Rajput, he needs to be careful. And it looks like Sai might just be able to make a move onto Abhay Rajput, and it looks like both of the players might just spot each other out. But no, it looks like Abhay Rajput is on top of this building, and he is going to be able to spot out Sai right there. And what a way to actually get that kill, you know, Assassin's Creed style right there. and that was a really good kill, and I'm thankful that we actually got that on camera. That is probably going to be used in highlights sometime soon. And getting back into camp, okay, it's actually boot camp right here. Skid Row, and there is going to be one more person, that is going to be Regaltos. They are going to be over at boot camp, but they are at the opposite side, so I don't think they are going to be getting into a fight. And over on to the left side, on top of the hill, is going to be Gamba right there, who, by the way, already got a kill. So he is looking to be in a good position. He is going to be driving that buggy though, so that is going to be a lot of noise being made right there. And we do see the third drop of the game. It is going to be a little bit east of boot camp, and that is going to be a good spot if players are going to be moving through that. Meanwhile, getting back to Gabal and all of the shenanigans, we are going to be looking at him getting into the other side of boot camp, into one of these garages, and he's just looting all of these pretty recklessly. And he needs to be careful because on the other building, other garage building, is going to be legit flash. And if Gabar does get caught with his pants down, that is probably going to be an easy kill going his way. And it looks like that is exactly how it's going to be. Gabar does not really know exactly where the player is going to be, and Gabar is going to be running into the player, and that is probably going to be Gabar. No! Gabar turns around and gets the kill on the Flash. Flash just, misses all of those shots, and he is gonna get punished for that. Meanwhile, Gabbar, he's already taking a lot of damage from Skid Row, who is gonna be camping over from boot camp from the other side. And Skid Row does deal a decent amount of damage to Gabbar, but it looks like Gabbar might be in a better position. And he needs to be careful though, because if he's not going to be crouching over, his head is going to be visible towards Skid Row right there. So he needs to probably change his position, maybe retreat out. He does have the buggy to work with, so he can zoom around the map and get a better position. But it looks like Skid Row has revealed his position to the other players at boot camp, so he also maybe needs to think of changing his position, and probably that is going to be done in a few more minutes, since the zone is going to be closing forward. And once it does, we'll know where the next zone is going to be, and that is probably going to be forcing all these players to change their positions, get a little bit ahead. And talking about changing position, we are going to be looking at HDR Gamer and Leo's World. They are going to be at a very close vicinity. Leo's World is not really aware of the guy's position. He is going to be down there on the settlement behind him. And HDR Gamer, he does not really have a lot of work. He has a UMP and a level 1 helmet, but so does Leo's World. But Leo's World does have the QBZ to work with, so we can't really take that out of the fray just yet. Leo's World is just going to be snaking around, making sure that he's just trying to play this a little bit safer, and can't really blame him for that, because playing safer in a game of PUBG right now is gonna get you a little bit more rewards, because you're gonna be getting those points, which is gonna be tallied up later on, adding on to your kills. So your kills, they're just worth a meager 5 points, but if you are going to be able to survive and probably get into the top 4, you are going to be looking in at a good position right now. But we are going to be looking at Aki. He is going to be surviving with 0 HP right now. He's going to be using that first aid kit, but no, it looks like the push is going to be there, and Aki is going to go down, and that is going to be 14k getting the kill onto Aki. Meanwhile, on the other side, it looks like over at boot camp, Skid Row is going to get killed by Regaltos. So things are looking to get a little bit heated up. 11 people alive. Mad Max 7 is going to be making his move towards the zone on... Okay, he's going to be going there on his Vespa, maybe. Well, I would like to call it a Bajaj Chetak, maybe, because, that is exactly what it looks like. Probably the same mechanism, geared scooters and all. Gosh, I miss those days. My dad used to have one of those. And we are going to be looking at Leo's World. He is keeping an eye over on the other side, but it does look like HDR Gamer, he is in a better position. He might just be able to get the kill onto Leo's World if he is caught unawares, but I don't think that is going to be the case anytime soon. We will see the kill feed once it does happen, but it looks like other interesting things are happening around the map. We see Mad Max 7 right here. Is almost level 3 up, except for the vest, which is still going to be a level 2 vest. Meanwhile, Gabba is going to be snaking towards the zone. He is going to be settling at the edge of the zone, and it looks like he might be able to spot out a player. There's actually going to be a player very close to him. That is going to be Mad Max 7. So he needs to keep an eye over there because Mad Max is going to be making a little bit more noise. We did see him loot all of those settlements without, giving much care to his surroundings. So he might just get spotted out or something. And we do see Mad Max. He is going to be checking all of these sides, just making sure that nobody's going prone around him. But if he does get up once more, I believe that Gabbar will have the knowledge that he is going to be there. And we do see Mad Max 7. He is, keeping an eye around him, making sure that he does not get surprised from behind. But lucky for him, the zone has worked out in his favor. So Gabbar is going to be the player who has to make the move inside of the zone. And getting back into the other side of the zone, we do see Leo's World and HCR Gamer not really getting into a fight anytime soon. Both of them are just camping around their settlements, but they will probably have to make their move sometime soon because they're not going to be in a good position. And we do see that Gabbar is going to be moving a little bit inside of the zone. He might be running into Mad Max right now, so we need to keep an eye on that. While Beast and his friends are also going to be making their way, and it looks like Abhay Rajput, who was actually over at Camp Bravo, he has made his way towards the zone, and it looks like he is going to be running into two players, so he needs to be careful about that. Meanwhile, we do see Mad Max is going to be able to get that kill onto Gabbar right there, so that is going to be him going down, and Clutchy Beast is going to be making a move towards the zone, but he is out into the open, so he needs to be careful about that. And Abhay Rajput is going to be going for the loot onto one of these guys who was already killed. I don't believe he actually got that kill. Meanwhile, Beast is just going to be running around out in the open. I don't really know how much of a good idea that is, but it looks like Clutchy Beast has an idea that people might be over at the horizons of the zone, and that is exactly what he wants. He wants to go for the hunt. He wants to get those kills because he's not satisfied with the top 7 placements. As we do see, only 7 people are going to be alive as of now. And we do see this zone is going to be quite open right here, at least towards the left hand side of this road. The right hand side, though, it does have a lot of trees and also that hill to work with. So if people are going to be over there onto that side, they're probably going to be a little bit more sorted out. And meanwhile, we do see Clutchy Beast. He's going to be throwing down a grenade. I don't is he trying to do a suicide? Oh, okay. um okay, I guess I don't really know what the hell that was about, but I guess we can roll with that. And we do see Abhay Rajput is actually going to be getting the kill onto Leo's World with that Kar 98K. So that is pretty good working out right now. While Abhay Rajput, he is going to be getting a little bit forward. I think he is going to be able to get into a fight onto Leon 0001, and yes, he does. He is going to be able to get that kill though. So he has racked up 2 kills already, to my knowledge. And we are going to be looking at the last 4 people alive. Jetman 420U does know that Abhay Rajput's position because he did hear the noise being made by Abhay Rajput right there. But it does not look like Abhay Rajput is going to be able to move out of this position without getting punished. And it looks like Abhay Rajput is keeping an eye over where Deadman is going to be. But Deadman has not made a move yet, and Abhay Rajput is going to be forced to check all the other angles also. And while he does, he might just get picked off by him. So he needs to keep an eye over there. And Abhay Rajput, as the zone closes, he is keeping an eye onto all of these buildings. And mind me, he has not just gotten 2 kills, he does have 4 kills to boot. So he is looking to be at a peach of a situation. And let's just hope that the zone also works out in his favor or something, as Abhay Rajput over to his right is going to be Deadman 420. Maximum Max is going to be getting into a little bit of a fight versus Abhay Rajput. The grenade is going to get cooked up. No, it's not yet cooked up, but the grenade is going to get thrown over at one of those buildings, just hoping to get a kill or something. While we do see Abhay Rajput, he is going to get shot at by Deadman 420. So he's just trying to go for the repeak right now, just trying to see if he can get a kill. But no, as he's trying to do that, we see Regaltos. He's going to be able to get that kill, and that is going to be 3 kills for him right now. And we are going to be getting into the top 3 situation. The smokes are going to get thrown out by Regaltos. Deadman 420 is going to be keeping an eye over there, just making sure that he's in a good position to pick him off, since this is going to be just 2 more people alive. I believe it's going to be Rigalto's, Mad Max, and Deadman 420. And we are going to be looking at Rigalto's. He is going to be making a little bit of a push. I guess Mad Max is not yet spotted out. The smoke is going to be there, and a lot of noise is actually going to be made. And I believe it is probably going to be the advantage of Rigalto's, because Deadman 420, he has made a lot of noise moving over to the other side, and he's just going to be clipped by the zone. No, not yet. He is looking to be in a better position, but it looks like Mad Max, he is not really going prone, and he needs to be careful because he will get spotted out at this rate, and the zone is going to be there. And Deadman 420, he is going to get shot at by Mad Max 7, and he is not going to die to the play zone. He is going to be saving himself for quite a little bit, and he's probably trying to go for the healing right there. The grenade is going to get thrown down by Regaltos, not really clipping Mad Max right now. While we do see Deadman 420, he is going to be healing up, and the zone is going to close down in about 20 more seconds. And I believe Mad Max is able to spot him out, but he's not going for any of these shots. What are you doing, Mad Max? You should go for the shot, as Regaltos is also a person you need to worry about. And we do see Regaltos. He knows that two people are going to be fighting right here. Mad Max almost spots him out, but I don't really know what the hell he's doing. He is going to be throwing down that smoke and a bunch of grenades, maybe? No, he's just going to be throwing down that smoke, making sure that he has a way to move forward. But he needs to be careful, though, because Regaltos has his eye onto Mad Max, and that is going to be him going down. And we do see Regaltos, he is going to get up and try to get that kill onto Deadman 420, but no, Deadman 420 is going to be able to turn around and get that kill. And what a game that was. It was actually more even than round 2, match number 1 and match number 2, because we did see a lot of camping happening over at those matches. But this one was a little bit more interesting, because the kills, as you see, are more evenly spread. Even the people who did not get into top 6 have managed to get at least 2 or 3 kills, especially 14K. Even though he's at the 11th place, he has 3 kills, so he has been a little bit more proactive into the map. And yeah, we do see Deadman 420 with 2 kills over at first place, getting the chicken dinner. Regaltos with 4 kills over at second place. So we don't really know how that is going to be working out. We will be tallying up the scores before match number 2, though, so you'll be able to check that one out. But things are looking to be pretty goddamn interesting. And we will be seeing the winner of match number 1 like once the scores have been tallied up, and we'll be showing that in a while. But what you guys can do is go ahead and participate in the giveaway, because we are going to be giving away 2 lucky winners 600 UC cash each. And if you want to know how to participate into this giveaway, go ahead and check the link down in the description below, and you will be able to know all the rules and regulations and all the information that you need to participate and avail yourself a chance to win this free UC cash. And with that being said, I guess things are looking to get a little bit more interesting. But before I sign off for the short commercial break, go ahead and check out our social media. Give us a like on our Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also follow us on Instagram. So this is going to be pretty good, and I'm going to be Old Bear, also known as Siddarth Prashanth, and I'm going to be signing off for just a short while.
going nah nah nah. I'm coming back with the money in the bag. The rubies in my lap, yeah, I'm running for the cash. I come and go like a round round round. Putting in the work like I'm way behind. Still trapping on the low low, lurking in the mode like I'm running from the popo. Remember when we did it for life? Just noticing all these things got me trimming the knife. Always on some new thing like riding the bike. Let's do things in one sitting, but I don't feel like selling for the time being. When I was young, I used to dream about the palm trees. After the summer achievements, I got a long sleeve. Supposedly, think about it. In reality, you running out of options. Starting to see the coffin with the Bible preach. I'm way ahead on private beach. My hair bleached on the cover of a magazine. I got the flavor doing push-ups on the coca bean. Doing all the things you can't imagine what it might be. I come and go like a round round round. They don't want it to be going nah nah nah. I'm coming back with the money in the bag. The rubies in my lap, yeah, I'm running with the cash. I'm coming go like a round round round. Putting in the work like I'm way behind. Still trapping on the low low, lurking in the mode like I'm running from the popo. Yeah, we at the spot, they be stunning now. They don't see the bigger picture, we be cutting out. Always saying it's the man that I'm becoming. He gon' take a new edition and they twist it like a plumber now. Yeah, I'm out here watching all the phony ones. Yeah, and they be thinking about my home runs. Oh, how they gon' catch me when I'm all around. Oh, I can't see why I didn't call it out.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Old Bear, also known as Siddharth Prashanth, and we are going to be getting into a game of PUBG for ISRL. And PUBG Mobile is going to be one of the most, I believe it is one of the most entertaining games which you can see, especially since it is more accessible for a lot of people, since it's a mobile game, and also the fact that it's not as beefy as its PC counterpart. And we are going to be getting into round number two, match number three's map number two, as we did actually see map number one just get over shortly. But if you guys actually missed out that, go ahead and check out our live stream later on. And if you don't want to miss out on any of these, just go ahead and follow us on our social media, give us a like on our Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also follow us on Instagram so you don't get to miss out on any of our live stream and all of that good PUBG content, man. I mean, that is what we live for, isn't it? And yeah, getting back into how things are going to be going on, we are going to be looking at map number one's stats right now, and let's see who is going to be getting those really huge amount of points, because we did see a lot of people getting all of those kills pretty evenly. So let's actually see how this is going to be going forward. And we see it right here. On place number one is actually going to be Regaltos, who, by the way, did not get the chicken dinner. It was actually Harsha who got the chicken dinner, who is gonna have 110 points, but it was only because he only got 2 kills. But Regaltos, since he did get 4 kills, he is gonna be on the top of the point leaderboard with 115 points, followed by Harsha with 110 points. Abhay Rajput with 4 kills still is gonna be at third place with 105 points, and we see Nilanjit 07 with 100 points over fourth place. Fifth place is gonna be by Leon 0001 with 80 points, and Ayush Leo is gonna be tying up with Lokesh for 75 points, while HDR Gamer and 14K Gaming and also Gabbar are going to be sharing that 65-point scoreline. So things are looking to be pretty good right here, and this is a really good change of scenery, because we did see that during match number 2, I believe, where people really did not have this even of a point distribution. You actually saw that people had a large disparity between even rank number 1 and rank number 2. And once you just went down to the top 10 leaderboard, you actually saw people were getting over there with around 40 points or something like that. So things were not looking that good during match number 2 and match number 1, but it is certainly looking to be good right now. And you do see how exactly these people are going to be playing, and you have to give credit where it's due. You have to give credits to Regaltos, who played it extremely well, getting those crucial 4 kills, and he did work out pretty well in the end. And it was just a shame that he did not really get that chicken dinner, because if he did, adding up onto those 4 kills that he already got, he could have probably had a better lead compared to how he does right now. But we will be seeing how that is going to be working out at map number 2. Again, it is going to be Sandhog, and we are going to be seeing who's going to be topping this one off. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, we are not just going to be seeing the winners for round 2 match number 3 right now. We're also going to be seeing the winners for the UC cash giveaway. So we are going to be giving away 2 lucky winners of the live stream to 600 UC cash. So go ahead and check out the description down below and just follow the instructions over there, so you can get yourself a winning chance of getting that free 600 UC cash. And with that being said, we will be getting into map number 2 in about 5 more seconds, I believe. So go ahead, buckle up your seatbelts, grab yourself some popcorn, and get ready, because we are going to be seeing a game of PUBG Mobile. And yeah, talking about PUBG Mobile, we do see the flight path coming in right now. It's going to start over at Camp Bravo and cuts the map exactly horizontally. And we see it going towards Camp Alpha. So we can see a pretty even spread of people. Most probably, a lot more people are going to be going towards the western side of the island right now, which is going to be a little bit more populated compared to the last few flight paths, because it is straight ahead cutting into that. And we do see a lot of people getting down, and yeah, we do see a boot camp is probably going to be occupied by Regaltos and his friends, as we do not his friends exactly, his enemies, his sworn enemies, who he needs to kill so he can get one more chicken dinner or something like that. But it looks like Regaltos, he's not into a good start. He is going to be forced to get out of the main building and is going to be forced to get into the garage. He's going to be bobbing and weaving, making sure that he does not get shot from behind. But no, it looks like Regaltos is going to be the first person to go down. Okay, so that is quite a twist, because since he was at the top of the leaderboard, it was quite sad that seeing him losing that fast. It was pretty sad, but I guess the game has to move on. And coming back into Painan, I believe we are going to be looking at a player almost going to go down right here. That is going to be Zeus. Okay, yes, he is. That is not Zeus. That is actually Xenos. Xenos is going to be going down to a pro gamer right there. But he needs to be careful, because there are still 3 more people in the city right here. And this is, by the way, Kampong. And pro gamer is going to be in a good position since he already has one kill. He's probably going to be getting that loot and is going to be going forward. But we do see 14K Gaming. He is going to also be in the same city, so he needs to be careful. Maybe he's just trying to look for a bunch of kills. But personally, I don't think that is a good idea. He probably needs to make a move outside, try to get a better position, try to get a little bit deeper into the game before he decides to make any of the reckless moves. And we do see Pro Gamer, he is gonna be having that vector right here. He also has that QBZ, which by the way is one of my favorite guns in this game. Meanwhile, we do see Vedant right here with the level 3 helmet and the level 2 vest, so he looks to be pretty sorted out as of now. Pro Gamer, he is going to be going forward, just trying to get as much loot as possible. He does not have a vest to work with, so he probably needs to keep that on his bucket list. Get that vest before you move out of the city, and he probably is planning to do that. But he also needs to be careful because there is going to be Vedant who's quite close by, and since he did open the door, I believe that made enough noise for Pro Gamer to get aware of where Vedant might be, and it looks like Vedant is going to be going for the camping game right now, and it looks like Pro Gamer is going to be making a move, and it looks like Vedant has actually heard the noise being made, so he's just changing his position, get on to the compound, just trying to look for a better angle so he can probably get that kill. Meanwhile, though, you look at the zone right here. This is going to be quite a different zone compared to what we saw during match number 1 and match number 2, because it is going to be over at the northwestern side of the map. And Vedant, he's not going to be wasting any time. He's going to be taking the tuk-tuk, and he is going to be making his way out of this death trap of a city and making his way into more of a death trap as he is going to be getting into the zone. So he does spot out that bike right there. I'm pretty confused why he did not swap out for that, because a bike is a little bit of a small vehicle, and you're not that obviously visible compared to the rest of the time. While we do see Sekon and Flash maybe trying to get into a fight right here, it looks like Sekon and Flash are aware of each other's position. Maybe if Flash throws down a grenade or something, he might be able to get the kill onto Sekon, but no, it looks like Sekon has made his move right here. Flash is going to be vaulting out of the building trying to look for a kill, but no, it does not look like Sekon is going to be aware of that. But no, Sekon does turn around, gets a lot of damage done onto Flash right here. He's going to be free firing onto those corners, and yes, he does get the kill onto Flash. That is going to be one more kill for Sekon right there, and that is going to be a lot of loot getting transferred onto him. And you see the fancy skin that he's wearing. I believe that's a Batman level 2 helmet, and it is looking pretty rad. So that is probably what you can do with the UC cash if you are going to be winning that in our giveaway today. So go ahead and participate in that. Meanwhile, let's actually see what Sekon is going to be up to. Has that AKM and that M4, a pretty typical loadout coming right here, a 5.56 gun and an assault and a 7.62 assault rifle. So nothing really surprising happening right here. But it looks like Sekon has cleared out boot camp for himself, so he's probably going to be getting all the loot to himself. And let's see if he's going to be making the move outside of a boot camp and tries to go forward, or maybe he's just going to be camping over at boot camp, because it is, I believe, clipping at the edge of the zone. So he might be able to work that out, but it looks like he's just trying to loot as much as possible. He probably needs to boost up right now because he does not have he's not at optimum health. Meanwhile, we do see the first airdrop of the game, and that is actually going to be landing near Camp Alpha. So it does have that AUG and an assault rifle suppressor. So pretty much anyone who's going to be getting that loot drop is going to be sorted out. While we do see 14K with that level 1 vest, the level 1 bag, and level 2 helmet is going to be making his way near Quarry, but he needs to be careful because right in front of him is going to be Debashish Nath, who player number 12, and it looks like he might just run into him. So he needs to be careful about that. Maybe he heard some noise or something, but it looks like he's going to be a little bit more busy looting all of these buildings. So, he needs to keep in mind that he might not just be alone over here at this area. He is going to be spotting out that level 2 vest, grabs that, and makes a beeline towards Quarry. And it looks like they might just run into each other, Debashish Nath and 14k, and it looks like 14k does not even have his weapon upright. So it might just be a very easy kill onto player number 11, and it looks like 14k is just going to be ignoring that, and it looks like Devashish is not also going to be keeping an eye over there. Okay, but he does manage to spot out 14k. But he only has a UMP and not really any vest or helmet to go with that. So I'm not surprised that he's being a little bit more careful about taking this engagement or not. Uh, but it looks like he is going to be giving chase to 14k right now. 14k, I believe once he gets into the zone, he might just relax on his defenses a little bit, trying to heal up or something, and maybe that might be a timing window where Devashish can go ahead and get that kill onto 14k. But it looks like 14k is not going to just stop with that. He's going to try to get into one of these structures, try to get a bit of precision. Because if that was me, I would probably look behind me if I just got into the zone, because there would be a bunch of stragglers. It would be pretty sad if he got killed by a straggler yourself. So I guess 14k is not going to do that. He's just focusing on looting all of these places, and I don't know how much of a good idea that is. Meanwhile, we do see Sajal Shrivas and Sekhan are going to be in a little bit of a fight anytime soon. Sekhan is not really at full HP. I believe he did not, boost up once he got out of boot camp. But yeah, Sekhan is a little bit further away compared to where he is. But coming back into 14k, he is looking to be in a better position than most. And look at what Shrivas is doing. He's just gonna be going prone under the building, just trying to get a better angle. He might be safe for now, since the zone has been predetermined, and since he is probably inside of the zone, he does not really need to make a move. But it looks like Leo's World and the Bashish are going to be in a little bit of a fight. Both of them are going to be pretty low. It looks like Leo is going to be bandaging himself. But he seems to be in a way better position compared to player number 11, because he does have that level 2 vest and the level 2 helmet and the level 1 vest to work with. While the Bashish, I believe he still does not have any armor or helmet to work with. And it looks like Leo's World might be making his way towards player number 11, trying to get that kill, as 14k is going to pass him by on that vehicle. And Leo's World, he's not really making a reckless move. He's just going to be snaking around, trying to get ever so closer to get that kill. But he needs to be careful, because the zone is going to be dealing a little bit more damage compared to what it did previously. And it looks like Leo's World, he's not entirely convinced that he is going to be in a safe position, so he's just trying to trying to be as sneaky as possible. Meanwhile, Sekon is going to try to spot out and get the kill onto Pro Gamer, who is on that truck, by the way, but he will sadly not be able to do that. While Leo's World, still as sneaky as he can be, he is gonna inch his way towards the zone, while player number 11, Debashish, is already inside of the zone. But he has other things to worry about, because there is going to be Abhay Rajput, who is going to be on the other side of the settlement, and it looks like both of those guys are not inside of the zone. So they need to make sure that they get inside ASAP. And if I believe if Debashish is going to be fighting against Abhay Rajput, it is going to be his demise, because he does not have a lot of guns to work with. But Abhay Rajput has left a lot of healing on his face, so that is probably going to be him probably using one of those for himself. While we do see Shrivas and Sekhan are going to be getting into a little bit of a fight. I believe they just got into a little bit of a fight, and they're just trying to get into a better position before they deal the decisive blow. Meanwhile, airdrop number 2 is going to be there, and it has landed into one of these camps. And nearby is going to be Soul, but I guess he's not really going for the loot drop. He's just waiting and waiting and seeing if anybody's going to be reckless enough to make the move or not. But it does look like Sekhan, by the way, he is making his move towards Shrivas, and I believe Shrivas is a little bit aware of Sekhan's movement, because you can see the movement coming in, and he is inching a little bit closer towards Shrivas, and he might be able to get that kill onto Shrivas if he inches a little bit more closer. While on Hatin, we do see 14k. he is gonna try to loot a little bit more, while Sekhan does manage to get that kill onto Shrivas right there. So things are looking a little bit good for him. He already has 2 kills as of now, and if he does manage to get a little bit forward, he might be able to get a lot more kills. While we do see 14k still has 0 kills, but he is making his move a little bit deeper into the zone, has a QBU, a weird choice of weapon because I personally would not go for a QBU. An M16 with a 4x will do the same thing, if you ask me. So I don't really know what. Maybe it's his personal preference or something. But the QBU is not that bad. Like if you do go prone, I believe it does offer you a lot more control over the recoil. While we do see Abhay Rajput is going to be getting into a little bit of a fight right there. Leo's World, he's taken a little bit of damage, but Abhay Rajput is going to be retreating right now because he knows that he has no time to deal with a person who's already gone prone. While we do see 14k, he is gonna be getting up all of those smokes and grenades, all the utility that he needs, and I think he might, stick onto the coast if that is possible. And it looks like he is into the zone, so there is really no rush for him to, go ahead and make a play right now because things, as I said, things are looking pretty good for him. The only thing he probably needs is a level 2 backpack so he can carry a little bit more ammunition, but I don't think he's in any hurry to do that. Meanwhile, we do see the Bashish. He has that level 1 vest right now, does not have a helmet to work with, still is going to be carrying that UMP and that AKM, but it looks like, player number 5 is going to be getting near him, so he needs to be aware of that, as the airdrop 3 is gonna drop down right now, and that is gonna have an AWM. And we, on the other side, we do see one more kill right there, and that is going to be Gabar also going down. A lot of kills are going there over at the eastern side of the map, and Raihan is going to be getting the kill onto Pro Gamer. The Brashish is already going to be down, probably killed by Leo's World, and we do see Abhay Rajput is going to be making a move, and yes, he does. He is going to be getting the kill onto Leo's World, who just got out of the fight, and he is going to get punished for that, and that is going to be Abhay Rajput with that kill, and he is looking to be in a better position. He is going to, just scout out all of those rocks, just making sure that nobody is going to be camping out here, while we do see one more kill happening. I believe that was Avi actually going down. While we do see RKB 61 999, he is making his way inside of the zone, player number 100, and he already has 2 kills, so he is looking a little bit better. Is gonna scope onto that bike. Even I was a little bit confused, seeing that bike right there, a change of scenery. You might think that is a player's head, but sadly that was not. But he does manage to spot out a death box right there, so he might, get a juicy upgrade to his loot if he's lucky enough. While 14k, he did manage to get a kill right now, so he is looking to be in a good position. I believe 14k actually got the kill onto Gabbar, so he is just sticking to the coast, trying to make a move, while Aki 245214 is going to be on the other side of the coast, but he is behind a rock, so that is going to be a little bit of an advantage for him, and especially since 14k decided to jump into the water. So if Aki catches him with his pants down, that is probably going to be 14k going down. While we do see 14k, he is making a ton of noise. Maybe no, he's not making a ton of noise, but it does look like Aki might be able to spot him out. But I don't think Aki is looking at the right direction, and it looks like 14k is trying to go for that boat right there. And Aki is gonna be getting up right now. He's gonna be making his move, and he is gonna get spotted out by 14k. No, 14k is gonna make a beeline onto the other side of the coast, trying to get a better position. He knows that there is already going to be one player there, so maybe he's just wasting enough time, making sure that he has that maneuverability. Meanwhile, we do see Sekhan. He is going to be trailing Abhay Rajput right there. He might try to get the kill. No, he just pre-fires right now, and Abhay Rajput, he is looking to be in a good position. He has that high ground advantage. He's going to be getting up, and Sekhan is going to try to get that kill, and yes, he will. Sekhan will be able to get one more kill, and that is going to be 3 kills as of now, and he is going to just go prone and heal up for now and make sure that he survives long enough to get into the later stages of the game. And what an amazing play that was, since he did trail him slowly, just making sure that he got that kill right there. A lot of it was almost going to get a little bit dirty because he missed a lot of shots in the earlier stages as he got out of the water. But he made the most of the situation and he made sure that he got that kill. Meanwhile, we do see 14K. He is going to be running towards the bridge right there. I don't know how much of a good idea that is because it is mostly preferred to go through the water instead of going to the I don't know, the bridge, because people will be camping over at the bridge and you don't really want to deal against that. Meanwhile, we do see Raihan. He's going to be on the other side of the bridge, and it looks like both of these players might just get into a fight. Since 14K, if he's going to be deciding on moving through the bridge, he is going to be met with Raihan, who is going to be camping over on behind this truck right here. And it looks like 14K, he is going to be going through the water maybe. And yeah, I don't really know what exactly his idea is because he is not inside of the zone. He needs to get inside of the zone ASAP. But it looks like 14K, he is going to be making the long way around. I don't know how confident he is on, withstanding the zone, but it certainly does look like he is confident of something. So we can't really complain about that. Meanwhile, we do see Nizar's Soul, who does have the ghillie suit and all that level 3 gear. Let's see if he can make the most usage out of that. He is going prone, so with the ghillie suit, he is practically invisible and also invincible. So that is something you need to keep in mind. While we do see Aki, he is going to be making his way down the hill. He's going to be getting on top of these rocks. If he is going to be running into Soul right here, it is going to be quite sad because Soul is going to be with that ghillie suit, and since he does have the ghillie suit, it is going to be a little bit harder for people to spot him down. While Mad Max with that 6x, what a mad lad this guy is. With that 6x on a UMP, is trying to make some crazy plays. Meanwhile, we do see 14K. His patience might have just paid off because he is making a move slowly towards the zone, while Mad Max is gonna be rolling with that buggy, is gonna try to get forward, and he does not take a lot of damage from that. But he needs to make sure that he is a little bit careful because the zone is closing in. But no, it looks like RKB 61999 is going to be able to get the kill on him. And that is going to be him going down. I guess, trying to show off a lot in this game is going to pay off with your life. While we do see RKB, he does manage to spot out Nizar right here with that ghillie suit. He is trying to get that kill, and he might just be able to do that. As we do see him, one more shot from him might be able to secure the kill, but he does miss out on that third shot. He's going to be making his way towards that rock, but I don't think it is going to be possible for him to get inside of the zone before taking fire from Soul right there. But it looks like he is going to be going forward. It looks like Soul might just get into a fight, and yes, he does. But no, Soul is going to be going down first, and that is an amazing play being made by RKB, and he is going to be claiming that level 3 helmet and all of that level 3 gear for himself. He is pretty low though, so he needs to be careful of that. Meanwhile, we do see Sekan getting taken out by one more player inside of the place. Wow, okay, that was a little bit of an anticlimactic end right there as Vedant gets the kill on the guy who was just going prone right next to him. That was kind of anticlimactic, but we do see him making a lot of noise. So another player, 14K, has figured out his position. He's gonna be cooking up that grenade, making sure that he tries to get that kill or something. But it looks like Vedant is gonna be inching a little bit closer towards 14K. Only 4 people are going to be alive, so this is already looking a lot more interesting. But you also have to know that Vedant and 14K are not really inside of the zone. They have to make their way inside of the settlement ASAP because the zone is going to be closing in and it is going to be dealing a lot more damage. And it looks like Vedant is going to be the first guy to make the move. I don't really know how good of an idea that is, but I guess 14K is going to be making a move anytime soon. He's just, priming up all of these books, making sure that he does get into the zone without taking any damage. He just wants that cover for him. While we do see 14K, he is going to be getting inside of the zone right now, and it looks like the smoke's being thrown by 14K. That might have just thrown off Vedant right here. He is going to be at the edge of the zone, going prone onto that building right here, and it looks like RKB has a good idea that Warsi is going to be there inside one of these buildings, because he did make a lot of noise as he took down Sekhan, and Vedant is gonna be in the other side, and it looks like they are in a little bit of a pickle, because the zone is gonna close in a little while, and they're nowhere close to getting inside of the safe zone. And it looks like 14K, he is going to try to get a better angle, try to get that kill onto Warsi, and he might just be able to do that, but I don't know if he can contest RKB on that, because if he is going to be shooting right now, he's going to be revealing his position to both to all of the players who are inside of the zone. And it looks like 14K is just gonna go ahead and get inside of the zone, run inside of the zone. But it looks like Vedant has actually spotted him out. But no, 14K turns around and gets that kill. So that is going to be an easy kill going his way. And he does manage to get inside of the zone. Right now, RKB is going to be making his way. And RKB is actually going to be getting the kill on a 14K. And it looks like the 1 versus 1 is going to be underway. RKB versus Warsi inside of the building. But no, Warsi is going to be taking a lot of damage right now. And he's going to be forced to get inside of the zone by getting out into the open. And it looks like Warsi's position has already been spotted up, but no, it looks like right now RKB is the one you need to worry about, as Warsi is trying to get that kill onto RKB, but no, he's gone prone. He's put down those smokes. He's made sure that he's in a better position, and it looks like the grenades are gonna get lobbed down anytime soon. And RKB, he is gonna be healing up. He is gonna be in a better position, but he needs to be careful because there is going to be Warsi, and it looks like RKB actually has a better angle onto Warsi than Warsi does onto RKB, because of the ghillie suit working in his favor. But it looks like Warsi is just gonna full boost right here. He does not have any more boost to work with. I don't really think he does need any more. And it looks like since the smoke has been put, that might just flush Warsi to get out over there, try to figure it out. But it looks like RKB is gonna be able to crawl into that second smoke right now. And it looks like Warsi is not really aware of the situation. He is going to be cooking up that Molotov, is going to be throwing that over at Warsi, and Warsi is going to be taking a ton of damage. And no, this is not a good idea, Warsi. If you're going to be taking down to the Molotov, that is going to be one of the most anticlimactic ends right there. But no, Warsi is going to be getting on top of the truck and is going to be going for that healing right there. And it looks like RKB is going to be inching ever so closer. But no, Warsi says he's done with that. He is going to be getting up and getting that kill onto RKB. And what a eventful game that was. I mean, like, the fact that all of these guys played their utter best and they made sure that they got onto the top of the lead. It was kind of a little bit disappointing to see Regaltos being the first guy who got eliminated. But I guess, things like that do happen, so we can't really complain about that. But coming back into the game, we see Warsi with 2 kills who got the chicken dinner, while RKB over at second place with 5 goddamn kills. 5 kills, man. I mean, that is certainly something you need to keep in mind. He is not someone people are going to be messing around with. Well, we do see 14K with 3 kills over at third place, Vedant with 1 kill, and Akil 245214 with 0 kills, but still managed to get that 5th place. Second with 3 kills right now, who's going to be at the 6th place, and we see the rest of the people over at the right side of the scoreboard. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to be match number 2 of round number 2, match number 3. So this is going to be pretty much of an amazing best of 3, because the following game, which is going to be map number 3, is going to be deciding who is going to be qualifying for the next round. And with that being said, this is going to be quite an interesting thing to see. But what you guys can do in the meantime is go ahead and check out the giveaway. And we are going to be giving away 2 lucky winners, 2 600 UC cash each. So go ahead and check out down in the description below, so you guys get to know how to participate in this and avail yourself a chance to win that 600 UC cash. And with that being said, grab yourself some popcorn, buckle up your seatbelts, and prepare yourself for some PUBG Mobile goodness, because this is going to be quite an amazing game. And we are going to be getting into match number 3 after a short commercial break.
silent, silent, we're silent, silent, we're silent. Silent, we're silent, silent, we're silent, silent, we're silent, silent, we're silent, silent, we're ENT, silent, we're silent, silent, we're ENT, silent, we're silent, SILENT, we don't need our words to speak.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Old Bear, also known as Siddharth Prashanth, and we are getting to the conclusive part of today's live stream. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be getting into map number three of this round number two, match number three, and we are going to be seeing who are going to be the players who are going to be qualifying towards the next round. And meanwhile, while we're doing that, go ahead and participate in the giveaway because we are giving two lucky winners to 600 UC cash each. So if you want to know what that is all about, go ahead and check out down in the description below and you will know what to do to participate and get yourself a winning chance to win that 600 UC cash. I mean, free cash is obviously good cash, and yeah, all of that good stuff right there. And with that being said, I guess we will be seeing the stats for map number two, and we'll also be seeing the cumulative stats, the cumulative points for map number one and also map number two. And adding on to that, we'll actually be seeing who is on the top of the leaderboard because last we checked, I guess the player who actually got chicken dinner in map number one, Regaltos, who actually got eliminated as the first person during map number two. That was quite a sad outcome of events for him. But since he did get the chicken dinner during game number one, maybe he still has a fighting chance of qualifying for the next round. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and check out these stats for match number two. And you see it right here, ladies and gentlemen, over at first place with 120 points. We are going to be seeing how that is going to be working out right now. And meanwhile, over at third place, we have 14K Gaming with 105 points. We have Vedant with 90 points over at fourth place also. Manveer and Vedant are actually going to be sharing those points right here. 90 points each. Piccolo is going to be there with 80 points. Raihan Mullah is going to be there with 70 points. Sauhartia is going to be there with 70 points also. So Raihan and Saudria are going to be sharing that. While Abe Rajput and Nilanjit07 are going to be sharing the last place with 60 points each. So this is looking to be pretty good. And this is, by the way, the individual points for match number two. But we will be seeing the cumulative stats right now, and we'll see who is still on top of the leaderboard. Because as of now, it looks like things are getting a little bit weird right here, and we see 14K Gaming actually. He is gonna be on top with 170 points, while we see Abe Rajput over at second place with 165 points. Nilanjit07 with 160 points, RKB 61999 with 145 points, Ayush Leo over at fifth place with 125 points. Piccolo is going to be at sixth place with 120 points, but he does not have any kills, zero kills. I guess he did make it out into the circle, the later stages of the game without participating in any of the fights, and that is good for him. Sneaky play does reward you a lot in a game of PUBG. Meanwhile, we see the guy who actually got chicken dinner during game number one, Regaltos, is going to be there at seventh place with 115 points, while he's going to be sharing that place with Warsi at 04 with also 115 points. We do see Harsha with 110 points also being shared by Pro Gamer with also 110 points. So as of now, things are looking to be quite stable right here, and it is quite weird the fact that the people who actually got the chicken dinner during map number one did not really transfer that same amount of resilience during match number two. But that is what you get for dropping into boot camp and hoping everything goes well, and that is entirely your fault, Regaltos. You should probably not have done that. That is speaking of the larger strategies of a best of three series, you don't really have to be that reckless. You don't have to play aggressive every time. You only need to do that maybe during the first match or the last match. First match to set up the pace, and last match due to desperation or something like that. But getting that excited during map number two, I don't really think that was a good idea, and he certainly got punished for that. And we are going to be getting into map number three in about 30 seconds. We're just seeing Gabba just sprinting out of the zone. He's going to be turning back in. And yeah, things as of now, they are looking pretty good. But this is not the only game which we are going to be streaming over the course of this year, because we have a lot of tournaments coming up. And if you guys don't want to miss out on any of that good stuff, the PUBG Mobile, the CSGO, the Dota 2, and also maybe FIFA and Tekken 7. So if you don't really want to miss out on any of that, go ahead and check out Playtonia's Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and follow us on Instagram. And with that being said, we are going to be getting into map number 3. And you see the flight path is going to start off at Camp Alpha, and it is going to end over at the docks over the far eastern side, the southeastern side of the map. And we already see a lot of people are going to be jumping out of the plane during the earlier stages of its flight path. And we see most of them, they are looking to get into one of these bigger cities right here. Some people going towards Hatin, especially Gabbar right there. And we do see a lot of people getting down in the middle of the flight path, probably going to places like boot camp. One person, Shrivas, is going to be landing over at the southwestern side of the island, and it looks like they are going to be pretty spread apart. Meanwhile, we do see Gabbar over at Hatin. He is going to be securing that loot himself. I don't think he is under any imminent threat as of now. While we do see Avi, he is going to be right below Flash right here, who is also in boot camp. And it looks like Flash is trying to look for a better angle, trying to look for a better kill opportunity, but he needs to be careful. And look at that really fancy skin he's wearing, that chicken, I don't know if that's a chicken or a fox, but it is certainly a cool skin, and that is probably what you want to be doing with your UC cash, which people will probably be getting once the giveaway is over. And we will be announcing that once this match is over. So don't go anywhere, just stick around and talk to us, and we'll actually be able to announce who the winner is. Getting back into boot camp at the main building, it looks like Flash and Avi are looking to be in a neck-on-neck situation. Avi is going to run to the other side of the corridor, just going to be making a little bit of noise, hoping to rumble the pants of Flash right here. But it does not look like Flash is going to be taking the bait, and Flash has actually two entrances that he needs to guard, so he needs to be careful. He's just keeping an eye on both of them. He is at the perfect angle to be doing that, but it looks like Flash is going to be losing his patience eventually. And the gun that he has, it is going to be an M16. So not really, you can't really do a lot with an M16, because it only allows burst or single fire. But it looks like he might run into Avi anytime soon. So let's actually see how that is going to be going on. It looks like Avi does not really want to deal with that. And it looks like only these two people landed over at boot camp, and they are going to be stuck in the main building because they don't really want to get backstabbed uh, from behind. So it is a cool turn of events right here. Meanwhile, over at the other side, at the edge of the zone, actually, we see Debashish versus Aki, which is about to be happening. And it looks like Debashish actually has a good idea of where Aki is going to be. He's just waiting to see if he's going to be running into this sentry tower without any kind of, precaution or something like that. Because if he does, he is going to get punished for that. He's probably going to be getting killed by the Bashish right there, unless he gets up and makes a mistake. Well, that is going to be quite sad, but I don't think that is going to be the case. Meanwhile, coming back into boot camp, the same old boring stuff that is going to be happening. I would actually predict Avi and Flash are probably going to be sitting here over at boot camp until the zone is going to be forcing them out, because that is how bad all of these players actually want to qualify for the next round. I wouldn't really blame them, because this does carry a lot of things with it. The chance to get into a university very easily, and also the fact that you do get that cash prize going for you. Meanwhile, we do see Gabbar versus 14K, which is about to happen. By the way, 14K is the man on top of the leaderboard, and it looks like Gabbar is not really looking at the right direction. He's just going to be boosting up, and he needs to be careful because he might just get killed by 14K right there. While Avi, he has moved out of the main building, He is trying to, loot out all of these outer area in hopes of getting a better gun and maybe trying to look for a better angle, but it does not look like that is going to be the case. Meanwhile, 14K versus Gabar is still not happening because 14K has retreated from taking that fight. He's just trying to loot as much as possible, try to get a better gun so he has a better chance, and that is probably something I would do also. So not really surprised about that. Meanwhile, Avi has changed his position from the central building and is going to be looking for a kill onto Flash. It looks like Flash has not moved an inch. Not really surprised right there. As I said, these players are not going to move until the zone is going to force them out. And talking about the zone, it looks like Soul is going to be at a very close vicinity of the Bashish right there, who, by the way, is still camping at that sentry tower. And it looks like Aki might be aware of that. He's also going to be camping a little bit close to the settlement behind a rock. And we do see Pro Gamer, who's also going to be relatively close, but I don't think he is going to be making a move anytime right now because he is a little bit deeper into the zone. He does not really want to risk it. Meanwhile, coming back into Paradise Resort, we actually see two people about to face each other off over at the opposite wings of the building. That is certainly going to be something very exciting to watch, but it looks like we are still going back to boot camp right here. Flash versus Avi, not really going to happen anytime soon. I'm still gonna be standing by my word. Meanwhile, we do see the first drop of the game. It is going to be over at the western side of the map, at the edge, at the coast, at the rocks, man. And it has an M249. And talking about the M249, actually, last match's yesterday's match's players did get those, decisive chicken dinners, especially because of that M249 over close range. It is pretty devastating to go up against that, and we saw a lot of that in the last game, last match, that is previous day's match. But I don't think that is going to be the case this game because that M249 is over at the edge of the map, and nobody really wants to go to that edge because that is going to be putting them off their good positions, which they probably have. And we see the man, the myth, the legend, Regaltos, the guy with the chicken dinner, who unfortunately gave it up during the second map by going down first. He is going to look a little bit healthy because he does have a lot of equipment to work with, and it looks like Leon0001 and one more player are going to be there at Paradise Resort at opposite sides, just trying to look for a kill. But I don't think Leon is planning to do that. He's just trying to, change his position, maybe get the hell out of here, get himself a better chance to proceed a little bit further into the game. And I would not be surprised because he does not know that the guy who's opposite to him is actually Regaltos, and if Regaltos is going to be making a move, that is going to be quite sad. Meanwhile, we do see Devashish again is going to be caught outside of the zone, but he's not really making a move just yet. He's going to be looting all of these buildings before he makes a move. And he also needs to be careful because Aki is also going to be there right outside of the zone, just waiting to get the kill onto the Bashish. And it looks like that might just not be the case as Aki is going to be moving, making his way a little bit deeper inside of the zone, while the Bashish is going to be running out into the open, making his way inside of the zone. Maybe, he went back to scout for some more healing items or something like that. Maybe more loot because things could be working out in his favor if he does do that. Meanwhile, Leo's world over from the other side is going to be running towards Aki right there, also around the same area. But since he just got into the zone, I'm not gonna be sure that he's gonna be, waiting to heal up or anything like that. Meanwhile, Aki, he is gonna be using that buggy, and that is gonna be a lot of noise being made, and he's gonna be going straight towards Leon's position. And I don't really think that Leon can get the kill onto Aki right now. I don't think he has the best guns for the job. But it looks like Aki might be running into Regaltos if he goes straight ahead. Meanwhile, over at this little settlement in the middle of nowhere, we actually see a Pro Gamer and Mad Max, who are about to get into a fight maybe, but no, actually, you know what? Paint me wrong. Regaltos over near Paradise Resort manages to get that kill onto Aki right there. I guess Leon was probably not the best man for the job, but Rigalto says no, he is the man for the job, and he certainly proves that by getting the kill onto the running target that is Aki. So this is going to be 18 people alive. The second zone is decided, and it looks like Mad Max and his friends are going to be in a little bit of a trouble right here because the Royal. Okay, the Royal Dynamo player number 31 is also going to be at the close vicinity of Pro Gamer and Mad Max, and it looks like Mad Max is not ready to make a move yet. As the lonely drop over at the western side of the map is just gonna sit there lonely, while the second drop is going to be there right now. It is going to be a little bit north of the bridge, which is connecting the southern part of the island over to the western part of the island, and that is going to be a good place to go for. Meanwhile, we do see the Real Dynamo is going to vault in, and what a mistake that was, as Mad Max is going to be getting that kill onto the Real Dynamo, and he's also revealed his exact position. So the pro gamer, he might have ideas. If he has a grenade, he might be able to throw it into this building and will be able to get that kill onto Mad Max for sure. But I don't think he's making a move just yet. I guess he is a little bit scared that maybe Mad Max is going to be peeking that side. While you don't see the zone, it is going to be clipping over at the western side of the map right now, and it is going to be taking away people who are going to be at the southeastern side of the map. They will have to make their way inside of the zone right now, and we do see Soul, player number 43, actually making a move towards the bridge. Vedant also doing the same thing, and a lot of people, they are making that long journey towards the safe zone, while Pro Gamer and Mad Max are still going to be looking for a better fight. And I'm not really going to be surprised. They are still into the zone, and it looks like Pro Gamer might run into Mad Max anytime right now. It looks like they are stacked up. Pro Gamer is just behind over there. If he has a grenade, that would actually work out in his favor, but I don't really know what the hell he's doing. He's actually going to be shooting down the other building, hoping to see maybe, the location that he actually got was pretty wrong. So I wouldn't be surprised about that. And it looks like he is going to be giving up on that. He is going to be making his move towards the zone. And it looks like Pro Gamer, he knows that the zone is not going to be in the favor of Mad Max, so he's just going to position himself towards his retreat. Meanwhile, we do see Regaltos. He's going to be getting the kill onto Warsy, and that is going to be one more kill going his way. So maybe, the King will be making a comeback, but you can't really, put that writing into stone, because this is PUBG Mobile and a lot of things can happen, a lot of things can go south in a span of seconds, and that is not something you want to calculate up. And we do see Regaltos, he is going to be making a lot of noise, jumping around. He is not aware of the fact that there is Leo's World who is right behind him. But I guess Regaltos does not give an F, as he is going to be moving towards the coastal area, and not really surprised right there. And it looks like he does have the movement advantage because he is going to be jumping into the water, and if he is going to be keeping that pace, he's probably going to be making it in the safe zone without taking any damage. But Leo's World, he is being a little bit more paranoid. He is still thinking that, okay, maybe Regaltos is still over at his side, so he's not really making a move, just making sure that he does not get surprised. But little does he know that Regaltos has already made his way onto this lonely island in the middle of the map, and Regaltos is looking to be in a good position. I like the aggressiveness that he's playing with right now, and things are working out for him. And it looks like Pro Gamer, he's ready to take the fight on to Mad Max, and it looks like Mad Max will have to get into the zone right now, as it is closing in and it is going to be dealing a little bit of damage. I'm pretty sure that Pro Gamer will be able to get that kill onto Mad Max once he spots him out, but Mad Max has not made a move yet. Okay, he is making a move right now, and Pro Gamer has spotted him out, but Mad Max is being a little bit more hesitant. He is going to be getting onto that vehicle, and he is going to try to make that move, but it looks like Pro Gamer, he's made the mistake of his life. If he is going to just let him get away like this, that means that all of the boost that he used is not going to be of any use. While we do see Pro Gamer, he is going to be making his way, just trailing Mad Max right now, but he also needs to be careful. There are a lot more players over there. And Pro Gamer, he is going to be revealing his position by shooting up that magazine of that M4, while Mad Max, he is going to be running into that water with that truck right there. And that is probably going to be him being a little bit more safer. But there is going to be Abhay Rajput who is going to be straight ahead of him. So that is also something he needs to take into account. I don't think that he can survive that. I'm pretty sure that Mad Max is going to get taken down by Abhay Rajput over at the coast. While Mad Max, though, he is making a move, but it looks like Abhay Rajput has actually moved a little bit further inside of the zone, and that is saying something. And if Mad Max is gonna be this reckless, that is probably going to be him going down. He's gonna be getting into one of these buildings, just healing himself up. The zone is gonna be ticking him though, so he needs to be careful. He needs to keep that in mind. We do see Abhay Rajput. He is over towards the right-hand side of the bridge right there. While Mad Max, he's gone prone right here. He thinks he's invincible, but he needs to keep in mind that there might be people trailing him behind. And yes, there is. There is going to be Pro Gamer who is going to be trailing him. And if he catches Mad Max with his pads down, that is probably going to be a free kill. And yes, it is, because Mad Max is going to be able to spot out Pro Gamer and he will be able to get that kill. But he's also revealed his position. So this might just be, Abhay Rajput being able to get that kill onto Mad Max right here as he's looting. But it looks like he is nowhere to be seen. He's actually gone a little bit deeper inside of the zone. And talking about the zone, you actually see it is going to be in a very tight spot right there. Meanwhile, 40K, the guy who is leading the, points charts right here, he is going to be getting one kill right now. And that is going to be a lot of things going in his favor. While we do see Kappa right here. Okay, I believe that was actually Kappa getting the kill onto 14K. So paid me wrong, because things are not looking good for him right now, because he was the 14th player to go down, so 13 people are still alive. I'm pretty sure that he's not going to be having a lot of points to work with. Meanwhile, we do see Avi. He is going to be getting out of that water. I believe he does manage to spot out Mad Max's position. He might be able to get that kill, but Mad Max does get into cover very soon. And Avi, he needs to make the push happen right now if he wants to get the kill onto Mad Max. And we do see Mad Max, he is going to be healing up. The zone is going to be pushing forward towards him. And he needs to be careful about that. It looks like Avi has decided otherwise. He does not want to take that fight since the zone is already being a adversary to him. And it looks like Mad Max is going to be making his move anytime right now. So he needs to keep that in mind. Meanwhile, we do see Flash getting taken down by the play zone. That is a shame. That is a very shameful way to go, man. That is not advisable. While we do see Regaltos and Leo, they are going to be pretty close by. Mad Max has made his way a little bit further inside, and it looks like, it was not really a good thing trying to get that camp going for him. Avi is not making the best of the situation. Meanwhile, we do see the Vishish, he has that Core 98K, and he's keeping an eye over at these fields, but little does he know that is going to be Sajal Shrivas. And since Sajal Shrivas does have that MK14 mutant, MK47 mutant with that 4x scope, he seems to be pretty sorted out right now. But little does he know that is going to be the Bashish on top of those rocks. It looks like Sajal is going to be making a move a little bit closer towards player number 11, but I don't think it is going to be working out in his favor, because I believe that Bashish will be able to see him coming if he is speaking the right angle. But it looks like Sajal is just going to turn, and he just wanted the bigger bush to camp over. And if the British actually spotted that out, that is going to be quite a sad ordeal. While Sajal, he's just going to be scanning over at these cliff sides, making sure that nobody is going to be surprising him. But the place he needs to look forward to is his 6 o'clock, because that is exactly where the Rashish is. Yeah, things are looking to get a little bit tight over at the zone right now. A lot of people are going to be making their way inside, and a lot of people are still sticking towards the edges. We see Leo's World and Regaltos. They're going to be at the closest vicinity. They are probably going to be taking the fight towards each other. Well, we do see Avi. He is going to be making his way a little bit deeper inside of the zone, but he needs to be careful. That is a vast and open space right there, and that is not something you really want to deal with. Meanwhile, we do see Soul. He is going to be able to get that kill onto the Vishish, while Debashish, he does reveal his position, so he needs to be careful. It looks like that is going to be an easy kill, but no, he's not going to be able to get that first hit headshot, and that is going to be Debashish living to tell the tale another day. But let's see if Soul can actually get that kill, and yes, I think he will be, and that is going to be Debashish going down, and Soul is going to be getting one more kill. And it looks like Soul has actually spotted out Mad Max right there. So he is going to be keeping an eye over at those cliffs, just making sure that he does not get surprised, because Mad Max is in a very good position. He is inside of the zone. Meanwhile, Regaldos, he's going to be able to get that kill onto Soul. And there is one more player that he needs to worry about towards his backside. And I guess he does not need to worry about it anytime soon. While we do see Kabbar, he is going to be shooting at him, and it looks like Abe Rajput is actually going to be firing at all of these people. But little does he know that right next to him is going to be one more player, and that is going to be Skid Row getting the kill onto Abe Rajput. And things are looking to get heated up. 8 people are alive, and the zone is so goddamn small. And we see Avi, he's going to be able to get that kill onto Leo's world, and we are left with just 7 people. Regaltos is taking a lot of fire. He's going to be forced to change his position, and I don't know how exactly that is going to be working out for him. And he is going to be keeping an eye on top of that cliff, just hoping to see if he can get a few more kills, because if he does, he's probably going to be getting a lot more points. And yes, he does. He does get that kill onto RKB, and 5 people are alive. Avi is going to be inching a little bit forward towards those trees. Skid Row is on top of that cliff, as so is Mad Max. But it looks like Mad Max is in the best position out of all of these people. And the zone is also probably going to be favoring him. I don't think so. I don't think that is going to be the case, as Mad Max is forced to jump out of onto the cliff, and he is going to be taking a lot of damage for that also. And we do see Skid Row. He is taking a little bit of damage too, but it does not look like that is going to be anything decisive. While we do see Regaltos, he's going to be throwing down all of these smokes, just making sure that he has a path straight towards the safe zone. And the smoke is going to reveal his position to Skid Row, and it looks like Skid Row is keeping an eye over there, but he needs to worry about the other person also. There is going to be Mad Max, and there's also going to be Avi, who he needs to worry about. And look at where Skid Row is looking. He probably thinks that Regaltos has already made his way onto these buildings right here. The smoke is going to protect him, but no, it's not going to protect him from Mad Max, as Mad Max is going to be able to get that kill. While we do see Regaltos, he's going to be able to get that kill onto Avi, while Mad Max actually kills himself jumping down. So this is going to be a 1 versus 1, Regaltos versus Avi, and it looks like Avi is going to be in a little bit of a pickle. He's not getting inside of the zone, but he does have the advantage, because there are a lot of settlements that he can get into, and Avi is going to be forced to be inside one of these buildings, and if he is, that is probably going to be an easy kill for Regaltos with just a grenade. But it looks like Regaltos is aware of Avi's position, and it looks like he knows exactly where he is. He's just going to be peeking over there, and it looks like Avi certainly is aware of Regaltos' position. And let's see how that is going to be working out. The grenade is going to get cooked up right now, and it is going to get thrown, but that is sadly not going to be dealing any damage to Avi. The grenades getting lobbed down by all of these players is not really connecting right now. I guess Abi did take a little bit of damage right now, but I don't think it is going to be decisive enough for him to deal any damage. And it looks like the grenade is again getting thrown down by Abi right there. It is not going to be connecting, and Regaltos is trying to make the move, do the wraparound, but his best choice would be to get inside of this building, try to flank it out, and maybe make the best of the situation. But I don't think these guys can make the play if they're not going to be making usage of their utilities, because the grenades are going to be getting into the favor. And it looks like Regaltos is just baiting Avi to peek right now, and if he does, he can punish him or something. But it looks like Regaltos has just YOLO'd in. He's just trying to look for a kill onto Avi, and it looks like he is in the better position. Avi is going to be in the better position, because the zone is going to be helping him out, and we do see the doors getting closed, and Avi is going to be going forward, and he is going to get shot at. And Regaltos once more in this best of 3 series is going to be getting that chicken dinner, and he ends it with 5 kills, man. So this is one of the best things that could have happened to him after that shameful showing during game number 2. He made the comeback. He made sure that he was the guy to look out for, and this is looking for a this is looking to be a very interesting game. And you see how this is going to be going on. We see him with 5 kills. Avi is going to be following at second place with 1 kill. Mad Max with 3. Skid Row with 2. Vedant with 0. RKB with 1 kill. While we see the rest of the people are going to be over at the right hand side. And what is really sad about this is the fact that 14K actually went down pretty early on into the game, and this is going to be pretty hard for all of these guys to deal with. I believe 14K, even though he was at the top of the leaderboard, if he managed to place at least in top 5 or something, he probably would have had a better chance, because the gap between him and the second place was just around 20 points, which he certainly could have gotten by placing himself a little bit better into the leaderboard right now. But sadly, that was not the case. The other players you have to give credits is, Mad Max, obviously, who played that extremely well until the end, where he decided to kill himself. I don't know what the hell that is about, but I guess he did not really have a choice. He was on top of that mountain, and there is not really a feasible way to get out of that without taking any damage, or decisively just killing himself. So this is the end of match number 3, ladies and gentlemen. In a few more minutes, we will be showing you the cumulative scores and also the individual scores for match number 3. But before doing that, you guys also have a chance to be the winners, because we are giving away 2 lucky winners to 600 UC cash each. So go ahead and check out the description down below, so you guys know what to do to avail yourself a good chance to win that 600 UC cash. And 600 UC cash, you can probably get a very fancy skin, especially like the one which we saw Flash actually wear, the one, the furry suit which he had. So things are looking to be pretty interesting like that. And what you guys can also do in the meanwhile is go down into the comment section below. If you guys have a really memorable PUBG moment that you want to share, go ahead and leave it down in the comment section below. We'll actually make sure that you guys get the attention that you deserve. Your plays are to be recorded, because I've done a fair share of good plays myself, but sadly, I was not really recording any of them, and I am pretty much regretting that every time that I open up PUBG Mobile in my mobile phone. And that is not something you guys have to deal with. So, if you have recorded something, go ahead and post it down in the comment section below. Also, if you guys have any of your friends playing in the ISRL tournament, go ahead and give them a shout out so they can know what they are up against in the next upcoming rounds. And also, for those people who actually missed out on ISRL, this is not the only tournament which we are going to be doing right now, because we have a lot of things lined up for you guys, and a lot of variety of games actually. And talking about variety of games, I believe Apex Legends is on top right now, and they have not readied up the lobby system yet. But once it is, I'm pretty sure that you can count on us to get that thing esports ready and host a bunch of tournaments for it. But before that, we can't really say anything. But there are other things also coming up. There is certainly a lot of CS:GO tournaments. There is a lot of Dota 2 tournaments. There's also probably FIFA, Tekken, and also a lot of sim racing. And if you want to know anything about Playtonia is doing for sim racing, go ahead and check out our Facebook page. Also, let us know, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also follow us on Instagram, so you guys know what we are up to, and you also have a chance to participate. So we are going to be getting into seeing who is going to be the decisive winner of this best of 3 series. And let's start off with match number 3's individual stats. And we see Regaltos is going to be on the top place with 5 kills and 125 points. Now we're at second place. We see Nilanjit07 with 105 points. Avi is going to be having 100. Skid Row is going to be having a 95 point. Vedant is gonna have 80, which he's gonna share it with RKB 61999. And we see Gabbar and Ayush Leo. Okay, no, Gabbar actually has 75 points, while Ayush Leo and Saudaria actually have 65 points each. While Abe Rajput is going to be at the last of this top 10 with 60 points. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I guess we'll be seeing the cumulative stats for the best of 3 series, and let's see who is the person who's gonna be qualifying for the later stages of ISRL. And we see it right here. Okay, this is a huge upset. Nilanjit07, a guy who's not been as impactful as Rigaltos or Abhay Rajput, is actually on top with 265 points. Over at second place, we have Regaltos with 240 points, Abhay Rajput with 225 points, which he shares with RKB61999, 225 points each, while 14K Gaming is going to have 205 points over at fourth place. While the fifth place is going to be Ayush Leah with 190 points, Vedan Maru over at seventh place with 170 points. Gabbar is going to have 165 points, while Skid Row and Abhinash are going to be taking the last place over at displacement with 155 points each. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen. You have it right here. These guys are the winners of today's best of three series. But this is not going to be the only best of three series. We also have a lot of those coming up. So, go ahead and stay tuned to our channel. But talking about winners, we actually have the winners of the giveaway right here. So, if you guys actually missed out on that, don't really worry about it. We are going to be doing this giveaway for all the consecutive streams that we are going to be doing. So just tune into our stream and just follow the instructions, and you'll be set to go and get yourself a good chance to win that 600 UC cash. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's see who is going to be the winner of the giveaway. So let's get the drums rolling. And you see it right here. The winners of today's giveaway for 660 UC cash is going to be Vedavyas Kanuru and Dhaval Narasingani. So go ahead and PMS over at Facebook, and also write us a mail at support@playtonia.com, and we will let you guys know about that UC cash, and we'll make sure that you get that. And you can go ahead and buy yourself fancy ass skins, or fancy as gun skins or something like that. So go ahead and do that. And with that being said, this is going to be Old Bear, also known as Siddarth Prashanth. I am going to be signing off for today, but we're not done for the week just yet. We have a lot of things signed up, and for you guys, go ahead and check out Playtonia's Facebook page. Just follow us on our social media, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Instagram, so you guys don't know, so you guys actually know when we're going to be streaming. Guys, also tap that bell icon beside the subscribe button over at YouTube, so you guys actually get notified when we are going to be streaming, and you don't have to miss out on any of these giveaways that we are doing during the streams. And with that being said, this is Old Bear, also known as Siddarth Prashanth, and I am going to be signing off right now.
We don't need a much to speak.